figure here, Paul Williams, but another midfield man, Steve Froggatt, again fills in at left-back. In midfield, very much the Moroccan influence, Youssef Chipo starting on the right today, with Mustafa Hadji beginning the game on the left-hand side. In the centre, Gary McAllister, he's been in majestic form. He was 35 on Christmas Day. And Carlton Palmer plays, although he's been feeling pretty wretched over the past couple of days with the flu. Up front, Robbie Keane, undoubtedly one of the signings of the season. And his partner, Cedric Roussel, the Belgian under-21 international, he replaces Noel Whelan. On to Arsenal, David Seaman is back in goal. He's missed 6 matches with a calf strain. The senior back four also together today. Lee Dixon, of course, at right back. And Martin Keown returning for the first time since picking up an injury between the England-Scotland playoff matches. Tony Adams is fit again after missing Wimbledon at home through the flu. And Nigel Winterburn completing the set. Midfield still without Parler and Vieira, so it's Freddie Ljungberg on the right. Gilles Grimandi, who's already had a prosperous December. Arsenal's own Emmanuel, Manu Petit. And Mark Overmars with 9 goals in his last 9 games for the Gunners. In attack, another man on a hot streak, Thierry Henry, 5 goals in his last 6 appearances. And Kanu, who's gone rather quiet in that respect since his hat-trick at Chelsea.
Well, Gordon Strachan once again has to patch up a defence. And I just think when you go in against, well, players that provide a threat, you've got Telford, you've mentioned, Martin, a midfield player. Although he has played at right back for quite a few games this season, it's still not an actual full-back. Neither is Stephen Froggatt. But I don't think there's so much of a problem coming down here against Ljungberg. I think he can cope with that. And we might even see Froggatt push Ljungberg back that way. I think it's the other side that there may be a problem for him. With Mark Overmars going at Telfer, you mentioned that Youssef Chipo was picked to play right side ahead of Telfer. And I think that might be deliberate from Gordon Strachan. Chipo's better than Hadji defensively. He's more disciplined than him. And if Telford needs any help, Chipo might be the one to give him that. With Breen and Williams at centre-back, they do know that if they push too high up the pitch, then Henry, with his pace, and he gets in behind, will threaten them. It'll be interesting to see how they stretch the game or not. I think they have to keep the game tight, Coventry. If this game gets stretched, Arsenal have the players to pick them off. In the midfield area, well, more of a contest for me, and a good one at that. And Hadji and Chipo, you've got 2 talented footballers who can go forward and can score goals and can be a threat. You've got the discipline and the experience of McAllister and Palmer. Now they'll take turns at going forward. Gary McAllister, good goal scoring form. Carlton Palmer cover every blade of grass, and they're going to have to, because Overmars is going to bomb forward that way. May give Chipo a chance to go 1v1 against Nigel Winterburn, but they won't want Telford exposed too much. And I think Petit and Grimandi will do very well. They won't go too far forward. They'll wait for McAllister or Palmer to be running forward and pick the runners up. And as Richard said, the famous 5 are back in tandem again. And that makes the job for Roussel and Keane doubly difficult. 21-year-old Roussel, 19-year-old Keane, and they face one of the most formidable back fours in British football. Now, Robbie Keane will try and drop off and get the ball, but he's going to find that Emmanuel Petit and Grimandi might just be in and around them there. And Roussel, well, I've seen him, was a big, strapping lad, makes good movement along and in, and he's a threat if they can arrow the balls to him in the air. But these 2 are going to have to play very well to get any change out of that back four.
Noel Whelan dropped down to the bench. Runan Norman, John Eustace, Thomas Gustafsson recently arrived here to help cover this defensive crisis, and he's played against Arsenal for AIK Solna in the Champions League this season. Arsenal also have a teenager on their bench in Graham Barrett. Arsenal have had a problem down there in the tunnel. There's been a power cut, and we've actually had to provide a bit of lighting for them in their dressing room. They are a side that's got a strong record at this particular time of year. They've not lost on Boxing Day since the start of the Premiership. And they come here today mindful of the events of a couple of years ago. It was on December the 26th that they started their sequence of 18 unbeaten league games, with which they soared to the Championship and the first half of that tremendous double. No Coventry wins over the Gunners for 6 years, but the games have usually been very close, and hope for a happy start to the holiday fixtures for the Highfield Road supporters by no means out of the question. Well, last on the Premiership stage today, but a real chance to top the bill. It's Coventry and Arsenal. It's live after the break.
I'm a detective. You're a jewel thief.
Feel the heat. Damn. Ride the streak.
You mind if I drive?
Blue Streak.
I hope you don't mind me sharing. All the others were taken.
Life's great. See MSN for details.
I was three-time champion in this country.
Imagine what advances in TV technology the new millennium will bring. And although no one knows how far boundaries can be pushed, no one plans to do more than the pioneers of interactive sports coverage. Sky Sports on Sky Digital, the sports broadcaster for the new millennium.
Normal service, of course, for viewers on Sky Sports 1, but if you're watching on Sky Digital, Christmas present perhaps, you can experience interactive football now on Sky Sports Extra, 3 different cameras, channel 404, and it's in widescreen on Sky Sports 1. It's to Highfield Road then for our live football, Coventry and Martin Tyler.
Thank you, Richard. Arsenal met up late yesterday afternoon for a loosener. The Midlands to stay in a hotel last night. Coventry were in for an hour training on Christmas evening, although clement as it has been for part of today. A real soaking for the Highfield Road pitch, but it seems to have coped with it well enough. Arsenal with a chance to push up to 3rd place again in the Premiership against the Coventry side. They've stiffened their resolve, certainly, as the season has developed after a rather sticky start for them. Overmars. Henry. Took three, really, to sort out Thierry Henry. One of them was Carlton Palmer. Keep an eye on him because he hasn't been at all well. I'm sure he's alone up and down the land. The flu virus playing havoc with a number of team selections today. Williams. But Coventry's problems more to do with injury than illness. Richard Shaw, who's so dependable for them at the back, he's out. Marcus Hall, David Burrows, Mark Edworthy, even Konjic, the Bosnian, who's a useful man to have around at the back. Long-term injuries too. Williams is there. He and Breen have very important work to do in the heart of that Coventry defence.
Yeah, they've got to keep themselves in the game, Mark. I don't think they can let Arsenal take the lead in this game. It was vitally important that they're either level or take the lead themselves. The record against the top 7 clubs is poor. 7 matches against the top 7, they've taken 1 point, Coventry. So that shows you that the problems they've had against the better side so far in the league this season.
Yes, they've lost here to Manchester United, to Leeds United, and also the last game on this ground to Leicester. But they've got a free kick. Just give the ball to Gary McAllister. That's the message from Carlton Palmer there. Telfer. Dixon's header, and he comes out to Hadji, faced by Ljungberg. Morocco trying to get round the outside. Coventry get a corner.
Touch fortunate. Reward for ambition, really. A poor attempt at a cross, but got the deflection. You'd normally, when you look at the size of this Arsenal team, Mark, I think they won't have too many problems if they're disciplined and have got their men picked up. It's going to take a pretty special header.
Well, Palmer trying to distract the goalkeeper. Comes back to McAllister. Lee Dixon not leaving it to the goalkeeper, who might well have dealt with it. David Seaman getting behind the right back, but first principle of defending obeyed by Dixon. If you can get there, defend it.
Yeah, that was good play. McAllister annoyed at Froggatt. I think they had planned another free kick.
Comes off Henry, not decisively. Then Petit back for another corner.
This was good. Just looking at McAllister, he had a word with Stephen Froggatt. He's at the edge of the box. I think the second corner, when they pulled Telfer towards the ball, they were aiming it. They wanted Froggatt to come in behind them. They were going to bypass him. They've swapped.
Over Breen, who was waiting for a chance to flick on by the near post. And Arsenal can now push out. Although they dropped a couple of precious points at Highbury to Wimbledon last weekend, they are unbeaten in their last 8 in all competitions. Coventry's last match, a 2-0 loss at Liverpool, only their second setback in 12 games.
Well, you know what you get from Gordon Strachan sides anyway, Mark. That's that work rate and
It's a
pressure.
mistake by Petit, and Arsenal not beginning like a house on fire here. Coventry quicker off the mark. Hadji is caught by Grimondi. And a chance for the home side to keep the men from Highbury penned back in and around their own penalty area. Very tentative by Petit a moment or two ago.
Yeah, well, but good pressure, to be fair. McAllister and Carlton Palmer really did put him under immediate pressure. We weren't on the back foot. They weren't allowing Arsenal time in the edge of their own box to get it down and pop a couple of passes over. Pressed them.
About Coventry losing so many defenders, Andy. This is a team built to attack. T's header out. Super hoping it will run. Henry has other ideas, and now maybe a chance for Arsenal to counter-attack with Kanu. He could put Overmars in here if he plays it right. Kanu has done that. Mark Overmars, good stop by Hedman.
Oh, what a chance. What a break from Arsenal.
Winterberg. Henry, who started it all. Grimondi, who's been amongst the goals recently, and Maybe with that in mind, has a lash from long range, but the real chance belonged to Overmars.
Well, this is what I mean when I said if this game gets stretched, Arsenal have the players to expose any space. Brilliant run from Overmars. The pass is perfect from Kanu, because he said to Overmars, you don't have to control it, just hit it. I mean, it's a good save, but oh, I think he should have done better. That was a glorious opportunity for Mark Overmars. It's such good goal-scoring form as well.
And Kanu, the joint top scorers for Arsenal now with 10 apiece.
Well, I think when he gets through, Mark, he can concentrate only on hitting it. He opted for power, and I think, you know, a little bit of composure might well have been the order of the day.
Petit. Kanu's taken on a good position in behind Froggatt. The ball never came for Arsenal. Palmer. Long by Telford, guided down well. Good target Rousseau made. McAllister, very open field to the first 2 minutes here. Deflected goal for Coventry City. They've opened the scoring.
Big deflection. David Seaman absolutely helpless. Takes a little step to his left to cover the shot, and I'm sure covering it comfortably. The shake of the head tells us that. I mean, I thought Froggatt, look at Froggatt, and I thought he's got to play him in here. He didn't play him in. That would have been a bread and butter save to the goalkeeper. The deflection of Tony Adams leaves his England colleague absolutely helpless. No chance at all, the England goalkeeper with that. It's actually Keown, not
Martin Keown it was.
Not Adams.
The unfortunate Arsenal player who got in the way, and now Mark Overmars will be just wondering more about that chance that got away. Referee is Rob Harris, incidentally. Haven't had time to mention that, so fast and frantic the beginning to the game has been.
Well, long may it continue in that vein then, because two great chances in the opening 7 or 8 minutes of the game. And Arsenal know, with Leeds winning, Manchester United winning, Chelsea winning, well, they need to win.
Off the head of Williams. Referee checking with his assistant on the other side of the field is Arsene Wenger, who's another man who's been hit by this flu virus. He's telling me before the game he's not felt well for 3 weeks. He's certainly not feeling well at the moment, but Keown's flick to improve his state of health. Youngberg. A bit short of goals recently, Coventry. And moment of fortune has given them a breakthrough here.
Haven't scored in the last 3 games, have they, Martin? That's the thing. Well due one.
Dixon. Claiming that he was tripped. I'm not sure about that. The referee, I think, is pointing for the goal kick rather than the free kick.
Yeah, he has. Quite right too. Well, it gives you a chance to have a little look at the deflection. Again, this is a speculative shot. Gary McAllister, as I said, is in good goal-scoring form, but this was ambitious. It's not really troubling David Seaman, but he'll take it, and we'll give him it.
Dixon. Bit of strange season for Arsenal in some ways. They're up as far as points compared to this time last season, but now already, and this is the game that takes them to the halfway mark, they've conceded more Premiership goals this season than they did in the entire campaign last season. McAllister, the man responsible for that.
Yeah, it has been a funny season. Everyone thought they might struggle 4 goals, Martin, with Anelka leaving. They actually got 12 more at this time last year. Well, the goal scoring hasn't been a problem, but as you say, uncharacteristically, letting in far too many for Arsenal.
Dixon. Kind of deflection to Coventry. That's a nice moment from McAllister. 35 yesterday. Petit, guided on by Henry. More in hope than expectation.
Yeah, he's not going to score from there. That's good pressure from Arsenal. It's a good response to conceding the goal. We've really had Coventry pegged at the edge of the box for the last 3 or 4 minutes of this match.
Good leap by Roussel to get the better of Adams, well anticipated by Keane. Decent blend between the two. Tall Belgian and a very gifted, mobile man from the Republic of Ireland, man, teenager. Plays like a man.
Yeah. Well, had a goal for a month, though.
McAllister's duty here to supervise the taking of the corner. Keane's come out for the short one. They are actually 2 against 1. Good defensive header by Grimaldi. Arsenal haven't got it clear yet. Gordon Strachan not counting his chickens yet.
No, I was reading a piece that Gordon had written in our paper today about, well, yeah, how he envies the likes of Arsene Wenger, who can shop in Harrods, as he put it, the Arsenal manager, and Gordon has to stick to Marks and Spencer's, and he was quite happy to do so.
Kanu. Ljungberg. To show how well he can defend. He's played left back, of course, many times before, but it wouldn't be his preferred position. Corner earned by Grimaldi for Arsenal. Come Messrs. Keown and Adams. Have a little conversation about where each of them should go. Keown peels away to go around the back. Adams, who scored his first goal of the season recently against Blackpool in the FA Cup.
Well, he gets away with that, Magnus Edman. There's a lot of pressure on the goalkeeper, but he's less than convincing as he comes out for that, coming into traffic. Really gets nowhere near this ball at all. The Coventry goalkeeper gets a bit of luck.
Oh, and Hedman also a bit rickety with the kicking. Williams. It's good anticipation again by Keane. This time waiting, facing Roussel, but it's Ljungberg. A change of pace from Arsenal's Swede. Winterberg. Grimaldi, McAllister coming in effectively. The ball slewed away to a teammate. Good anticipation by Carlton Palmer. A respectful tussle with Keown. Williams comes across foot high. It's a corner. Referee just turns to have a word with Palmer. Nothing at all sinister, in fact, for Rob Harris to worry about.
Yeah. They actually just gave the 2 players a thumbs up for getting on with it.
Because that's what they did. Having seen Hedman look a bit uncertain on the previous corner, you could understand Arsenal trying to do something similar, but Manu Petit got the geometry wrong. Coventry leading by their first league goal since Robbie Keane scored in front of our cameras to win the points and the pride here in the Midlands against Aston Villa. Hedman's had a very good year, of course, internationally, as well as cementing his place here as Coventry City's #1. McAllister so far scampering around like a 20-year-old.
Yeah, he's got good fitness levels, the lad. Looked after himself, Gary McAllister. No longer allowed himself to be selected for internationals. That's helped him as well, Martin, recover in the little periods they've got between these.
So Happy turn from Overmars. Kanu. Two available on the right-hand side. Dixon can ease it on to Ljungberg. And again, good judgment in the interception by Palmer. Not such good judgment with the pass. That's happened twice in quick succession.
Yeah. That's actually been a facet of the match, is the passing. It hasn't been absolutely brilliant from either side. Tended to give it away rather cheaply at times, both sides.
Involved Roussel quite neatly a number of times, Coventry already.
Well, that was better play. Well, this has been the best piece of passing in the match Coventry have put together here.
Keane. They continue to put it together. Froggatt with a cross, flag's gone up.
Flag has gone up. I'd say it must have been close, Mark, and if it has gone up, then Roussel must be the guilty party. Looked like Sheeple came a little late. Yeah, you see Roussel right in the middle of the 18-yard box, and it's not Sheeple coming in totally free, but Roussel, who just a little bit too keen to get into the box.
Palmer. Battle of the telescopic legs against Kanu. Petit. Scott's never quite so confident of him hitting the target. He's never quite so confident of doing it on that right foot, but they worked it well, Arsenal.
Lovely. And again, I just thought he'd let it run across him. He actually didn't. He stops it back into his right side. And once it had gotten there, well, you can see from that, rather scuffs the shot. Good play.
Just one goal to his name this season, and that was way back in August at Pride Park. Goal by Keown on Keane. McAllister prepared to take his time and in fact leave it to Williams. Harry Green has had to make a long run from the far side, but it's not going anywhere near him and straight away. In fact, he might have got in behind then if he hadn't made his movement. It was a strange position that Breen went to if he was going to stay there.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the ball. I think Williams put it exactly where I would have wanted, in ahead of the centre-back. I don't know why he just decides not to move. He at least should have been near Tony Adams, near enough to make a challenge.
There was concern also for Gary Breen's fitness. Strangely enough, had a day off and went and had a game of tennis to try and keep sharp and tweaked a hamstring.
Well, that'd have gone down well with the manager if he'd have missed the game.
Funnily enough, Gary Breen felt exactly that when he went in to report the problem, but Gordon Strachan said, well, I used to like a game of tennis when I was playing on my day off as well, so there was a bit of sympathy, and Breen is fit. That's the most important thing for Coventry. 36 now, Nigel Winterburn. Birthday earlier this month. Carney just stood his ground and waited for Williams to come into the back of him. Initially with Petit. He uses Overmars, but he's slack with the pass, easy for Chipo to intercept. Great kick by David Seaman. McAllister closed down quickly though by Ljungberg, steered forward well by Dixon. And Coventry suddenly having to turn. Maybe one or two avenues for Arsenal to explore here, but Kanu has done a little bit too much on the ball. Grimondi. Ori did very well to reach it. Took one or two of his teammates maybe by surprise. Chipo. Telfer saw McAllister and found him. Lovely turn by the captain. Keane. Hadji and Roussel are in the centre. Robbie Keane goes on against Ljungberg.
Oh, what a ball. Well, Arsenal have dominated possession in this match, man. There's a doubt about that. But when they've broken Coventry, particularly when McAllister's been involved, I mean, watch this for a third vision. That's superb play. Top draw stuff from the captain. And Keane, I wondered, would he play it early? But he doesn't. He's so confident. He goes and commits Ljungberg. And how on earth they don't get a touch on this, I don't know. Winterberg. Petit. Caught by Chipo. Had some disciplinary problems when he first came into the English game, but has got a grip on himself and has cut out the regular yellow card situations. Kanu, Henri, now Ljungberg, nothing to his right. He got there. Wins the throw for Arsenal off Froggatt. Just reacted quicker than Williams. Will reach this. Coventry trying to reposition in the centre. Green just able to reach it and steer it out of harm's way. The two Arsenal players are hoping that Overmars was just going to roll it back to the edge of the area where they were arriving. Ambitious from Adams, and cut out by Hadji. He can play Keane in if he plays it right. The danger will be that Keane will go offside. Still Hadji. Well, they've had some good play, but that was poor selection from Hadji. Head down, never realised where anyone was. Really should have played Keane in far earlier. Arsenal with some poise and control in their build-up. Coventry are happy to counter-attack, and when they do so, they're looking very threatening. But it's Adams coming in with some authority and goes on into the central striking position to support his pass wide to Henri. And it goes out off the Frenchman, and Adams has to make his way back again. Did well, Tony Adams, saw the pass, intercepted it and just kept going. Arsenal still without Dennis Bergkamp. He's got a chance of playing in their next game, which is a mighty contest coming up against Leeds United at Highbury on Tuesday afternoon. It is if they don't alter the scoreline in this match, Martin, I tell you. He's missed a lot of football this season at one of the pre-season games. Injury that occurred when Arsenal met Nantes at Highbury recently. Keane. Lovely ball from Chipo. Lovely play. Just enough pace to nick past Tony Adams. Saw them, England. Arsenal skipper coming, just nicks it over him and he's away. Choice of ball's a good one. Keane was thinking about moving the ball again, decided to take the shot early. Roussel. And Chipo joining in. Ljungberg confusing each other. Arsenal allowed to go on.
but how he has captured the imagination since his step up to the Premiership. Arsenal had a bit of a look at him a couple of years ago. He came on as a substitute for Wolves in that FA Cup semi-final.
I think even Gordon said he thought he was getting a good player. He didn't realise how good until he started working with him. And I think at 19, though, Martin, it's understandable that at some time this boy should have a dip in his form. So it's got an awful lot for him to perform week in, week out at the level he started at.
No,
I think he's saying to the referee,
hit him in the face. Yeah. Giving an explanation.
Might just have caught his hand on the way down.
Telfer with the free kick. Dixon filling in behind Petit. He was starting that run in his own half. He couldn't have been offside if there'd been a better pass. Also for Arsenal, Ray Parlour injured. Patrick Vieira finally completes his domestic suspension with the passing of this game. He must be really champing at the bit. Adams. Bit of a help on by Overmars. Ljungberg. Palmer getting back twice.
Good play. That's what they're going to need, Coventry. They need the McAllisters and the Palmers to get back in and help their back four. I think they've done pretty well, Coventry. They know that, certainly on paper, Arsenal are the better side, so they've been prepared to let Arsenal have the ball at times, get back behind it, and then break very effectively, I feel, so far in this first half.
And Arsenal will still be ruining the opportunity that Mark Overmars couldn't take at 0-0.
Well, I said right at the beginning, I felt for Coventry it was important that they kept it level or took the lead. Overmars had a great chance. Within moments, Coventry were 1-up.
Petit. Winterburn. Across to Dixon. And again, it was Palmer doing the closing down. It's gone off the man who's now playing for a fifth different club in the Premiership.
Good pressure. That's exactly what's called for. As soon as it was on its way across, Carlton Palmer was on his way out from the edge of the area. Forced to block. Two out of two that have been, well, a bit lower than the quality we've come to expect from Emmanuel Petit. Plenty of players in there. That's the second one he's overhit quite badly.
Keown's header. Overmars. Chipo in that Mark Overmars territory to try and help Telfer, who makes the intervention there. But Chipo's also found time to work forward to good effect. Roussel. Powerful in the air, Roussel. Keown was complaining that he was caught by an arm, but Roussel was going for the ball.
Well, I think he is that. I think he is a threat near the big lad. Gets up nice and early. That's what I liked about that jump. Ahead of Keown, and Keane not for the first time on his way early. Taking a chance.
Hadji. Lucky against Grimondi. Ljungberg got in, and if Henry could have control that, Coventry would have been in a bit of a tizzy because they were pushing players forward through the midfield area to support the Moroccan.
It's a strange one for me, Hadji. I think He does some wonderful things on the ball, some really great things in a football match, but at other times it can be so damn frustrating if you're playing on the same side as him.
There he is, trying to link up with Palmer, leaving space on the left-hand side that Froggett's most capable of filling. Green can work it to the left, Coventry, if they want, but Green keeping in close order with Palmer. They haven't lost it. Gary Green ahead of the midfield man. So just two defenders by trade in this Coventry team, and one of them here is threatening down the right-hand side.
Well, Captain Palmer did well, because when the ball was laid into him in midfield, Martin, Nigel Winterburn had gone to close him down. There were 4 players round him. Had he lost it, as you said, Breen had gone on, they were in big trouble, Coventry.
Dixon allowing Keown to face the play with the ball at his feet. Hopeful from Overmars. Good work by Cheapo. Dumondi giving the ball away for Arsenal. Hadji, Froggett's infield of him.
At times he does that, head down, Froggett had went. Didn't even look as if he was going to use Froggett's run on the inside.
Tomorrow, a real date for your diary. Celtic against Rangers, Sky Sports 1 and Sky Sports Extra for Sky Digital viewers. And Andy and I will be at the Stadium of Light on Tuesday. Sunderland against Manchester United. How will Sunderland bounce back after not such a good day at Goodison Park? Roussel, another fine header. Keane couldn't connect with Palmer's run, fortunately for Arsenal. Overmars. Petit, good pressure by McAllister, and Palmer was there as well, and Cheapo. Coventry have got to maintain the industry in their game. And there's McAllister putting a foot in to stop Kanu.
Well, you don't get anything off teams like Arsenal, Martin, unless you're prepared to work and give it everything. And I think these Coventry lads know that. They've been set a great example, I have to say, by the 2 elder members in the central midfield, McAllister and Carlton Palmer. Their energy levels for, well, 35 minutes have been there to admire. Helping the back 4 out the edge of their own box and then breaking to the edge of Arsenal's box time and again.
Williams had to climb and use the neck muscles to make an effective header there. Palmer. Froggett. He's got Cheapo ahead of him this time. Keane. Back to Keane again. Winterburn works it forward. Henry. Being played at a fair old tempo at Highfield Road. Tony Adams gave Roussel a shove after the ball had gone. There's no doubt that Cedric Roussel is ruffling the feathers of these 2 famous English central defenders.
Nothing wrong with that. He's gone in, Roussel, and then he's not let Adams do it. He's going to tackle him. A little push in the back there. Referee spotted it. He's given a free kick. Why not? That's what he's there to do.
McAllister. Petit turns away because the 2 frontmen had turned away from the ball. Just kept on rolling. Towards Roussel again. He's made it his again. Trying to anticipate the runs. King's done quite well so far in reading the direction of the flicks, but there was too much on that one and he was in danger of being offside. Roussel preferred to Noel Whelan, justifying the manager's faith so far. Henry. Ljungberg. Up off a Froggett for Coventry. Keane, so eager Coventry to counter-attack. Roussel helping Coventry win it back. And Nigel Winterburn working overtime there.
That was a chance. Great opportunity just to slide Carlton Palmer in here. They get a little bit of fortune there, but had he just got it past Winterburn, it was a glorious opportunity.
Adams. That's good hold-up play by Henry. Very good hold-up play and a wonderful pass at the end of it. Kanu, Ljungberg in the centre. And Kanu bisected the area between his teammate and the far post.
Well, he didn't give Ljungberg a chance for me. Look at this, they're breaking what, almost 4-on-2. I wondered whether he would shoot. He decided just to play it across, but well, he's not giving Ljungberg an opportunity at all here. He's never getting on the end of that. Far too far in front of the Swede. Another chance goes begging for Arsenal.
I checked with Arsene Wenger, incidentally, if there was any more news on the Kanu contract situation. He said no. Nor does he know when the Nigerian will be leaving for the African Nations Cup. The same applies to Gordon Strachan and the two Moroccans who have been with their international colleagues over the past few days. Return for this fixture. Henry, Petit, good defending by Williams. Coventry on the move again with Robbie Keane.
Chance again if he only... the amount of times, although they've been under a lot of pressure, Coventry have broke with purpose and had the player on the ball picked the right option.
Here's Keane again. 2 up for Arsenal. Ljungberg trying to take on Froggatt.
I don't think Coventry can allow the game to be spread. We talked about it right at the top of the show. And I think that's just in danger of happening at the moment. And I feel Arsenal have the players to create the openings. And if they continue doing that, you can't see them passing up the type of chance they did a minute ago too often.
Williams. Not involved again, Paul Williams. Andy, I'm sure you're absolutely right. The problem Coventry have got is the attacking emphasis in the team selection that's been forced upon Gordon Strachan because of this catalogue of casualties amongst his regular defenders.
Well, he's got his most regular one, Paul Williams, with a bit of an injury problem at the moment. Only a tackle moments ago and came up limping.
Ljungberg. Palmer getting back, but Arsenal keep the ball. Kanu hasn't scored since that hat-trick at Chelsea. Trying to put that right. Well, he might be a midfield man, Steve Froggatt, but he can tackle.
He had to there.
Keane. Oh, and it's another opportunity for Coventry with Arsenal spread. Roussel.
Oh, McAllister on the right-hand side. The arms are out from the captain saying, why didn't you use me? Froggatt's tackle, though, started it all. It had to be timed. It was a wonderful weaving run from Kanu. It looks like he's through. Oh, that had to be timed, and timed very well.
Hands on by Breen.
And second thoughts, I hope it stays open. I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Exactly.
Don't close it up. Well, they must be pretty confident, the goalkeeper. Only 2 in the wall. I certainly think that's within shooting range. Well, looks like he's going to stand it up.
That's Petit who does that. And there's McAllister. Back where Coventry needed him. Cut off an aerial route towards Tony Adams. Petit. Overmars trying to sneak inside of Telford. He'd done that. Wasn't able to collect the ball as it dropped. Palmer. I wouldn't have known that Carlton Palmer had been under the weather the way he's played in this first half. Chipo. Keane lurking on the left this time for Coventry. Attack may be the best form of defence for them. They're 1-0 in front. McAllister responsible for that goal via the deflection off Keogh. Hadji! 2-0! Attack Attack, very much the message for Coventry City. 5 minutes to go to half-time.
Well, I said he does some wonderful things, and that's an example. But what a ball this is from McAllister. Could have picked an easy pass, but my goodness, he squeezed it through, and what about that for a finish? He's got a yard team this in between two players. I think that's the only place he could have scored. But a little bit surprised to see David Seaman not off his feet, Martin. Rather follows the ball a bit. But what a time to get a goal for Coventry.
Gordon Strachan's off his feet.
Great finish.
And Brian Richardson, the chairman, too. Looking very prosperous with the cigar. It's very prosperous for Coventry at the moment. They lead Arsenal thanks to a gung-ho approach against the Gunners by 2 goals to 0. Petit. Green has to scurry. He's not short of pace. The Republic of Ireland international. Always going to need pace and the length of the leg then. Apology from Telfer.
Well, 4 marks to go up Strachan and his team for the way they've gone about this. They've rode their luck a little, they've had to, Martin. But when they've scored, they win that goal. They got a little bit of luck, obviously, McAllister's opener, but nothing fortunate about Hadji's. An absolute gem of a goal.
Well, from the entertainment point of view, it's so well set up because Arsenal have to try and get back into it in the time that remains. 3 minutes or so before half-time, and in the second half, Adams is wheeling away towards the far post. Keown was there as well. It's touched behind, away from both of them.
Carlton Palmer just got up again. Good header under pressure. I don't think the game's over with. Offered it 2-0, you'd think, yeah, it's a good lead, that. I don't think it's... well, I don't know if it'll be enough.
Dixon trying to steer it back to the corner taker, Henry. Coventry have got 5 players forward in this attack, 6 players forward. Petit's header, then it comes off. He did a bit more than that, actually. Grimondi knew what he was doing.
Good play. The way Coventry have broken that, you're right, they have the players in this side, in this setup. The 2 Moroccans right and left. McAllister or Palmer, and sometimes both of them, which is surprising, prepared to get forward as well.
Yes, the question before the game was, would they get enough of the ball to impose themselves as they have done? Possibly handball by Keane. That's the way Rob Harris has seen it. Couldn't quite get away with it. Hadji's 4th goal for Coventry City, all of them on this ground.
Well, this is, I would guess, is the best. The ball in, look at the touch to set it, perfection. Look at that, that is a gem. Absolute gem.
Cheapo. Keane was using it more angled towards a run in a wider position. Kanu. Henry, back for Kanu. Henry, can he get a shot away? Oh, fine save by Hedman to keep it at 2-0 to Coventry from Thierry Henry.
Well, this is a good height, isn't it, for the goalkeepers? Hadji-like, and its execution, he's just using his instep to guide it into the corner. He's having a good season, you mentioned it. That typical of it from Magnus Hedman, wonderful save.
Now, can Arsenal get a corner right before half-time? Overmars. Out comes Keane. No foul. Big shake of the head by Rob Harrison. There's another Coventry break on here with its origins in Morocco. Two Moroccans still trying to combine as Hadji tried to come in on a hoisted ball from Cheapo.
Well, at 2-0 down, 2-0 up, sorry, Coventry fans are loving this.
The 1 extra minute before the half-time whistle goes. Well, it's been a first half truly worthy of the holiday audience here and all of you watching at home. Unless, of course, you happen to be going for the Gunners today. Boxing Day traditionally produces a surprise or two. Mussol doing enough to make David Seaman have to come and kick it quicker than he would have liked. Towards Roussel again. This time Adams judged it rather better than the Belgian. That hasn't happened very often. Rimondi. Touch off Keown. It's the time for Coventry to take this corner. Referee has a very deliberate look at the watch.
Well, I would have thought Gary McAllister would try and get over there and get it taken quickly. Must realise very close to half-time.
Coventry felt they were victims of a goal late in the first half at Liverpool in the last game when they thought the half-time whistle should have gone. Now they want it to go Arsenal. Well, anyway, it's gone. Arsene Wenger will be worried as to whether the points might have gone here. His team had a great chance through Mark Overmars before Gary McAllister's early deflected shot. McAllister's 100th league game for Coventry today. And Mustafa Hadji with a top-quality curler to make it 2-0, and Coventry, short of many defenders, adopting a really offensive policy, and Arsenal haven't been able to cope with it, but we're only halfway at Highfield Road. Home fans are happy so far. Coventry lead Arsenal by 2-0 at the break.
Christmas football on Sky Sports continues tomorrow at noon with Celtic versus Rangers, the traditional gathering of the clans north of the border. On Tuesday morning at 11:30, Huddersfield take on Charlton, a First Division clash of Premiership potential. Later at 7, Sunderland v Man United. The team for all seasons visit the stadium.
Arsenal 0. 8 corners for the Gunners without any success yet. It's flowed. We haven't had a booking. It's Christmas. We might be in for a present. Possession. I'm slightly surprised about that, I have to say. It looks as though the Gunners had the better of that. They trailed by 2-0. Alan Smith is in. They haven't yet, Alan, looked the threat they were at Filbert Street, have they, Arsenal? What's happened?
Oh, no, nothing like, no. I mean, they started off fairly well. There was so much room at Highfield Road that everybody was getting a chance on the ball. But once Coventry had scored, you know, although Arsenal then had a few flurries, they really shut up shop, didn't they, Coventry, which was promising from their point of view. But you always think Arsenal, they are going to create something clear-cut, and they haven't really yet.
What of Coventry?
Well, superb, I think, the way they went about the task. I think midfield is their strength, but Gary McAllister and Carlton Palmer in the middle there, they seem to have won that battle up to now. But Arsenal had the first really good chance. I mean, this is their only good chance they had of the first half, really. Magnus Hednam keeping them in it, which he did just before the end of the first half. But
how many times have we heard Andy say, if you don't buy a ticket?
Exactly, yeah. We've got to give this one to Gary, haven't we? It was an ambitious effort, you've got to say, to try and beat David Seaman from there, but with Martin Keown coming in... He did. Nothing he can do about that, and I don't know if that was on target, but I think we'll give Gary the benefit of the doubt.
I think it was on target.
Yeah, you can't do anything about that, though, but... Arsenal, I don't think we have seen the best of them. They've had the odd counter-attack, getting down the flank there. Stephen Froggatt just slightly out of position.
On another day, these are chances that
they would possibly, they would be more clinical with it. I don't think they've been that clinical when it's mattered, and perhaps something Wenger will be accentuating at half-time. But this was a lovely ball in from
You
Gary.
talked at the start about the quality in the Coventry
Yeah.
side now, and if ever you needed evidence, that's
Exactly, yeah. You're getting players on the ball. Well, Gary McAllister, beautiful ball in, and Haji in those circumstances, he's only got half a yard between the defenders, and David Seaman thinking it was going wide, I think, there, which is
Hoping,
unlike him.
I think,
Hoping
that
it was going wide, yeah. And this might be very important, this Magnus Hedman save at the death, because 2-0 up Coventry, you think, well, is that enough? Another one, I think the faithful at Highfield would like. That's a great save.
Can McAllister and Palmer keep working in the manner that they have?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Carlton Palmer, he's a spoiler, isn't he? He breaks things up, but he uses the ball well, which he hasn't always had credit for. We know Gary's quality on the ball, and that little turn and ball out wide that we saw, excellent stuff. And Petit's been rather quiet, you know, and I'd expect him to exert a bit more of an influence in the second
Ball
half.
for Haji from Gary McAllister. Andy made the point in Coventry.
Yeah.
Inch perfect.
It was so well weighted as well.
And a nice build-up too.
Yeah, some nice passing. I mean, Arsenal haven't defended particularly badly, really. Neither goal, you could say, was down to defensive mistakes. But this ball here, not only the way he's picked it out, I just think it's just weighted so well, just in between the two Arsenal players. And you don't often see David Seaman beaten from there, but it was a wonderful piece of individual skill from Haji. 18
of Arsenal's last 24 goals have come in the second half, so don't despair yet, Arsenal fans. All the goals from the Premiership before we go at 8:30. The second half next. 2, Arsenal 0. Here's Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Thank you, Richard. It had been a good day for London clubs earlier on. With Chelsea winning at Southampton, Spurs putting 4 past Watford, and a point apiece for Wimbledon and West Ham at Selhurst Park. But Coventry are spoiling the evening for the Gunners so far. Andy, we've been debating at half-time the capacity of Coventry here to see this through.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is, we talked about, is there a way they can shut the game up, make it tighter, restrict Arsenal? I think not, maybe early in the match. I also think had the scoreline been 2-0 to Arsenal, we'd be sitting here thinking game over. But I do believe that Arsenal, the away record's good. They scored in, I think, the last 5 away Premiership matches in a row. And I do expect them, if they do create similar chances like they did first half, I've got a funny feeling they might take one. And if they get back to 2-1, then we will have a finish on our hands.
Coventry City with an up-and-down home record this season. They've won 5 and lost 4 here. No half measures. It's certainly the way they played in the first half. They really played to the strengths in the side without worrying too much about the negatives, the number of defending players who not available to Gordon Strachan on this particular Boxing Day evening.
Funny enough, in one area, Matt, where I've complimented Arsenal for well over a couple of seasons, it's in the way the midfield's protected the back 4 as good as any in the land, I've said at times. I think that McAllister and Palmer have probably done that better than the Arsenal duo have done today, and that's something that doesn't often happen. I don't think Petit and Grimaldi have given the protection to the back 4 that they've been used to.
Overmars. It's over Froggatt. Chase on for Freddie Ljungberg here.
Do you want to bet he's not there at the end of the match? I'd be surprised. Let's get another couple in the second half.
What he is reflecting is how the temperatures have dropped here. It's a bitterly cold evening, but Coventry with plenty to be warm about. Well, Arsenal again unable to stop progress through Coventry's midfield. Haji allowed to get within range. for the record. Coventry last beat Arsenal in December 1993. Goal here from Mick Quinn. Been 10 league matches and 1 cup tie between the two clubs since then, without a Coventry success.
Well, they won't give themselves a better platform to win a match against Arsenal, Martin. 2 up at half-time.
Last year Arsenal won here with a goal from the now departed Nicholas Anelka. It was 2-2 the season before. A match that Paul Williams will remember because he was sent off in a contentious incident with Dennis Bergkamp. Dixon. There is Williams tussling with Kanu, losing out to the flick. Henry collects it for Arsenal and then loses a hand.
Well, the referee didn't give it. Relied on his linesman. And he just lost it in the flight, I think, as the ball dropped. It's just gone by now, it just came off the shoulder.
Just dropping alongside Keown there. Had the ball gone to Roussel in the air, might have been able to pick off any flick. Maybe something that Arsene Wenger's pointed out at half-time after Roussel's strong first-half performance. Kanu. Green gets there. Petit backing up the play for Arsenal. Forward by Carlton Palmer. And he really winding himself up to try and force it forward, I think, on the half volley. Spotted Robbie Keane on a run through the centre. Goes out off Lee Dixon with all the fans on that far side yelling for handball. Referee Harris says restart with a throw. Petit. Arsenal coming here, really feeling that they've got an opportunity to make the second half of this particular season special, to compensate for the failure to keep going in the Champions League. Kanu, they need to do something special in this second half. Ljungberg.
That's poor. Yet again, another poor choice in a very important area of the pitch. I don't know whether it gets stuck under his feet a bit. Kanu waits well and times the ball pretty well, but it's got to come across goal from there. You can't go narrow side like that unless you flash it past the goalkeeper. The only way you get away with that is if you score near post, and that don't happen very often. That was a poor choice from Ljungberg.
Telfer. In quickly, comes back to Adams. Header that only goes Coventry's way. Ljungberg. T trying to get it down. Coventry looking to stop Arsenal settling in possession and passing it. Kanu. Ljungberg covering the ground. Here he is. Henry calling for an early cross. Ljungberg's got a good angle for it. Comes off the thigh of Paul Williams, and it's a corner.
Well, again, I do think that's an opportunity gone, Martin. I think that's, again, a poor delivery. Gets a chance. He does the first bit really well, but he's got to bypass Paul Williams on the near post. He's got to stand it above him. Look at Henry at the back post. Got to miss the near post.
His corner. Chest height to Headman. Goalkeeper has used it well. Hadji needs some support. It's not there. But the referee's whistle comes to Coventry's rescue, and a quickly taken free kick means the whistle goes again for offside. Well, we've seen in the first half how well Coventry can attack. I've just got the feeling, Andy, in the second half we'll see how well this particular 11 can defend.
I think you're right. But that depends on Arsenal, because Arsenal's passing at the beginning of the second half still been pretty poor, Mark. It's not been crisp and accurate at all.
Raimondi. T. Can't flick it on. The attentions of Williams work for Coventry, but Roussel can. For Keane.
Well, he kidded Adams. Tony Adams thought he was going to flick it over his head, looked to get onto his right side. He feinted to do just that, Robbie Keane. Not for the first time Roussel wins a header, but as Adams steps away, well, the young Irishman decides to hit it. Never quite got over the ball, though.
Causing confusion. Keane, McAllister well forward. Edgy coming in from the left-hand side. It's Roussel. Oh, and Sheepo couldn't get there.
Well, that might have been the game right there. Right in this move, Coventry could seal this game. It's a lovely ball. I think he's aiming for Hadji, Martin, rather than Roussel, the big centre forward, goes after this pass. He makes something out of it. Oh, and there's only, what, a matter of inches on that. Great run in from Sheepo, took a chance back post, and that's how close he is to giving Coventry, well, match-winning lead, I feel.
It's one of these situations when you feel the next goal might be the crucial goal. Winterburn, and Coventry so nearly claimed it. Adams, pressed by Cedric Roussel. Only here on loan, but you would feel that Coventry have seen sufficient of him to look for a permanent deal. Telfer. McAllister. And Raimondi protesting that it was a genuine attempt to get to the ball. He certainly came second, and McAllister felt the challenge.
This is a dangerous ball, because it was always tempting the tackle, Martin. And he gets caught. Gary McAllister, standing leg, gets caught by Raimondi. I don't think the Frenchman can have any arguments that there's a yellow card there. It's the first of the match. Rob Harris, no option.
And it's come 10 minutes into the second half. McAllister quickly back on his feet to take the free kick. A little flick from Keane. A shot from Sheepo. Really whipped into it.
Oh, it's been typical of the play in the last third. They've been bright. They've looked a danger, they've looked a threat, Coventry.
Winterburn. For once turning into trouble. Henri. Kanu. Dixon. Play it quickly because Coventry in there again.
Palmer followed the ball, went to Dixon, made him play it quickly. And as it got flicked past him, he needed McAllister to be there. And he was there. Great play. As he goes after it, there's McAllister coming in, helping his mate. That's typified it today for me for Coventry.
And that's a challenge from the long angle by McAllister. Just rolled in front of him, Ljungberg. Seeming threat of a direct shot here. It was very tame from Arsenal's point of view.
It was tame, it was awful. Never got above head height, did it? Gave no one a chance.
Well, Petit's been saying that the strapping on his knee is more for psychological help than physiological help, but he doesn't seem to want to strike the ball on his left foot goalwards. Seaman was having problems striking the ball a moment or two ago. Kanu. Good pressure by Coventry again. And it came that time from Froggatt. Froggatt, well, they're coming together with Tony Adams. Referee was very well placed, saw nothing wrong with it. Henry, some Coventry complaints if that had led to a goal to get Arsenal back into the match.
No, I thought the ref got it right. Froggatt's having a word with him, but I didn't think Tony Adams did an awful lot.
Telfer. Coventry still hold the lead that they had at half-time. Important first 15 minutes, this in the overall context of the match, the first 15 minutes of the second half. Arsenal had one or two opportunities, particularly down Ljungberg's side of the pitch, to carve something out. They haven't been able to take that. Mondi is on the spot of bother. McAllister actually had lost concentration for a second. Palmer hadn't. Keane letting it go for Roussel. But the assistant down beneath this doesn't let Chipo go.
Good movement, good team play all round. Just gets ahead of the player touch. I think the linesman's probably right. It goes up late here. We'll see exactly if he is off. He's probably just off. Flag goes up a little late, but just a bit right. Lovely movement.
Henry. Palmer. Mondi getting some attention off the pitch.
Well, they got a whack in the tackle, didn't they? Went into it, just got caught there.
Arsene Wenger looking to Davor Schuker.
This is going to be an interesting one for me. Who's coming off?
It's Grimondi staying off.
Yep. Well, that is an interesting one. Could it be Henry right side then? Ljungberg in midfield, in central, with Petit. Looks that way. But they need a goal. Sorry, Matt. They need a goal. You talked about the first 15 minutes being important to Coventry. It's been pretty much scare-free. One shot from Henry straight at the goalkeeper. The only thing of any note for Arsenal. They take half an hour of the same, the Coventry manager.
Arsenal have brought on a striker who scored 8 goals for the club, but only in games that he started. Kanu. Winterburn. Schuker pulling left, outside Overmars. Seen very little of Mark Overmars. He's earned Arsenal a free kick here.
Here's an interesting one for you, Martin. Before the match, when the teams were warming up, I watched Thierry Henry from exactly the position he's in now, with Pat Rice putting himself up as last man in the wall, and Henry was trying to bend free kicks. And if he's looking to do the same thing, he'll be looking to Magnus Hedman's right, where the goalkeeper is now. He was looking for that corner, found it a couple of times. We'll see if he can do it when it really matters.
It certainly really matters now for Arsenal. An hour gone. Henry into the wall, Adams into the grateful grasp of the goalkeeper.
That's been the story. Any time they've struck at the target, Arsenal today, it's been straight down the throat of Magnus Hedman for the most of it. It's a good strike from Adams, instinctive. Either side of Hedman might have been a goal, but straight at the goalkeeper.
Hedman has made the saves. David Seaman has twice picked the ball out of the Arsenal net. Petit. Schuker, Winterburn. Just spin towards Ljungberg. Henri able to deliver the cross. Edmund not quite sure, and in fact he came out beyond the path of the ball. Had to reach back towards his own goal to get it.
Yeah, that's what he got, lucky. It is well Henri just tossing this up over the goalkeeper.
Keown can't settle with Robbie Keane around. 3 up for Arsenal here, but it's Williams who makes the move to the ball for Coventry. Adams trying to play from the back, but rather typifying the way it's been for Arsenal. McAllister getting the better of Petit. Palmer. Kanu. Gary Green trying to stick to him. Kanu's pass, and Mark Overmars got behind momentarily. Chipo and Williams. Fine recovery by the Moroccan.
Great play from the Moroccan. I told you at the beginning it might be his discipline, where he was quick to play right sides with Hadji, but he got away from him here. But having let him go, he suddenly sees the danger, Chipo, and full marks for getting back in.
Yes, Chipo is the disciplined one of the two from North Africa.
This might be a problem now, because certainly with Thierry Henry on the right side, Martin, he is more of a threat. I think he can play wide and does play wide very well. And if they can get the ball to Henry 1v1 against Froggatt, they might fancy it.
We've been saying ifs for Arsenal for a long time, though. Coventry at the moment still holding sway. Offside decision against them there. Schuker. Henri. Between them, Froggatt and Hadji did what was required for Coventry. Keown. Arsenal already lost 4 league games this season. 2-0 down at Highfield Road. Winterburn not given time to settle. It's been much of the story. But it's sustaining it now into the last third of the game. It's crucial for Coventry.
Nothing like a 2-goal lead to keep you going.
McAllister. That's the area where Gordon Strachan will be keeping an eye on. I'm sure Palmer, who's not been well, McAllister. Those two were superb in the first half. Kanu. Wanting the goalkeeper to come and get it. A bit of hesitation and a bit of aggravation.
It's a little annoyed, Henri. Not so sure why. If he expects Williams is going to step out the way and let him get the ball, with another thing coming.
Calm down, says Rob Harris. The young Frenchman. It's not a situation in which Arsenal can be calm in.
No, they need a goal from somewhere. And at the moment, you don't see where that's coming from. It's not as if they're actually pinning back Coventry at the edge of their own box and peppering shot after shot on Magnus Edmund's goal.
Green is the defender. Still Kanu. He was looking to set up Schuker.
What a touch by Carlton Palmer. We talk about defining moments in a game, Mark. That might be one for Coventry.
But back come Arsenal again with Petit. Kanu. Mark Overmars. Can he line it up? Ljungberg is there. Still Ljungberg. Still
There's life in this game. We thought it all along. It did not look like scoring. Moments earlier, Carlton Palmer makes a great saving tackle. Just when they think they've got away with it, well, you think they've squandered the chance, and just for once, the goalkeeper doesn't enjoy any good fortune. He makes a great block from the first attempt from Ljungberg, but when he needed a little bit of luck, he didn't have it. Arsenal did. Well, game on now.
Well, the Swede who was trying to score got the better of the Swede who was trying to save. I mean, Arsene Wenger is not full of the joys of spring, he's full of the flu. But Arsenal, now that's handball by Keane. And Arsenal have made one step along the hoped-for road for recovery from their point of view.
Well, it's a good move when you look at what he did. The Arsenal manager has brought Ljungberg into the centre of the midfield, put Henry wide, brought on Suker. Gets the reward with Ljungberg straight through the middle onto the little touched header from, well, of all people, Mark Overmars.
Yes, he went in
tentatively,
didn't he? Yes.
But effectively.
Still holding his head when Ljungberg was leaning away to celebrate his goal. Cheaper. Now, how will Coventry respond here? Overmars, Schuker, Henry, Ljungberg trying to get forward again, covering by McAllister. Hadji, he's got Roussel there. Don't know whether he ever saw him. He's angry with himself for not making more of that, Mustafa Hadji.
That was brilliant play from the captain, McAllister again, Mark. Well, everyone thought he was going left to Keane. He just ducked in field and picked out Hadji with the most beautiful pass.
This is compelling stuff at Highfield Road. Dixon. Henry!
Oh, dear again. Oh, I don't know whether it was an awkward height, Martin, but 1-2 was exquisite. I thought Henry's just going to flash it across goal. Well, whether this is deliberate, it just sits up for him. Well, I rather slices wickedly across the ball. Look at Suker. But that was the pass. Brilliant run and a great ball in. Had Roussel, if only he could have dug it out. Desperate but good defending from Arsenal in the end.
Schuker. Once again, Cheapo working back. 20 minutes to go. The match really in the melting pot. Keane. McAllister was making an awful lot of ground to go on the other side of Robbie Keane. Give him an alternative, maybe to distract the defenders.
He just wanted Roussel to stay, Martin. Robbie Keane. He wanted to play the 1-2 with him.
There is Roussel, rushing Ljungberg aside and crossing in a way that made it a little awkward for Martin Keown. Dixon delivers the clearance. And Akanu backing into Williams. Popular decision.
It's at times like that, lines, we should just keep the flag down and let him get on with it. God.
Arsenal voices making themselves heard at Highfield Road. Palmer winning it. Roussel winning it. Keane. Oh, he scored! How did he do it? David Seaman wonders. And Coventry are 2 goals in front again.
2 big headers. Vitally important headers. The first one, Palmer beats Petit. Can he win it? He does. Can Roussel help it on? Yes. But what's more amazing is how on earth does he hook it with his right foot? With enough pace, with enough power to take it past David Seaman. Wonderful finish from Robbie Keane. Well, you asked the question, how would Coventry react? There's the answer. Wonderful goal.
Well, he had gone 4 games without a goal, Robbie Keane. It's a little glitch on his season, but it is another example of the terrific talent of the teenager from the Republic of Ireland.
Well, it's been a pretty good boxing day for us. It's very entertaining, I have to say.
Very entertaining, and it's still got 18 minutes to run. Kanu. Oh, stopped in his tracks, stopped in the act of shooting. The referee spotted the infringement.
I don't think it was against Kanu, Mark. I don't know if Thierry Henry was... I don't know, I mean, how on earth did Kanu do anything wrong here? He just drags the ball and he's away. I mean, that's... Paul Williams loses his footing. He couldn't have done anything wrong.
Adams. Didn't like Roussel coming into him again. Kanu. Well, whether by design, whether it was a cautious approach by Coventry at the start of the second half, Arsene Wenger's men showing signs of finding a way back into the match, even before Ljungberg did get a goal. But suddenly, a third for Coventry, down to the class of Robbie Keane. Over Mars. Kanu. For Dixon. Keane just switched off for a moment. Arsenal get a corner. Adams in by the goalkeeper. That's a poor corner. And Davor Schuker. And there's a Coventry break on here.
Well, if you can switch it, there is.
There's two unmarked in the centre. Palmer is one of them, but he didn't have eyes in the back of his head. As Hadji had made the break, and Chipo was the other charging forward alongside Carlton Palmer. McAllister. It back from Chipo. Put off by Ljungberg, allowing Winterburn to come in. Schuker. Oh, and Thierry Henry.
Well, that's a booking. A booking for, I think, the referee's report, stupidity. Well, Gary Breen's just asked him to calm down, quite rightly so, because he's going to get himself into more trouble. He doesn't just get on with it.
That's sensible from Ljungberg to take him away.
It's been a typically frustrating day for Thierry Henry.
Davor Schuker, just to remind the referee to add time on for this. Time is not on Arsenal's side. McAllister. Keane. Adams dealing with it on the edge of his own area. Ljungberg. Now Henry. Williams drawn out of the middle. Kanu can't get the cross in. 10 appearances plus 76 minutes without a goal, Kanu. Frogger. Coventry first to it in midfield with Palmer. That's the angle pass by Williams. Talked about Carlton Palmer and it's his 500th league game today, and I'd be willing to bet that a good 400 of them have been up to this standard. You know what you get from him.
I think the managers like about him so much, is even if he ain't playing well, Martin, he's still giving you that much energy, that much effort in a match. He's been disappointed with his recent performances, he was saying before the match. He certainly won't be disappointed with this one. He will be one of the contenders. And dishing out the champagne at the end, a full sure of that.
Free kick, but his dead ball situations have not been up to scratch.
No, he hasn't. He's not enjoyed the best day, Emmanuel Petit, distribution-wise.
In 13th game for Coventry since Carlton Palmer came into the setup. They've lost only 2 of them.
And he'll tell you that's no coincidence, by the way.
So they've lost only 2 of them. There's still 13 minutes to go here. Henry. Space for himself to cross on the left foot. It's been useful in the air, Paul Telfer. Cheapo. Dixon. Going to show some of the old Arsenal spirit. Kanu. Difficult for him to get through, but he's still going. Oh, it's an amazing run. Against all the odds, and finally the odds caught up with him. And Froggatt got it away.
Well, I'm not sure how often he had control of this ball, totally under control, but he managed to, well, by one means or another, almost pick his way through.
Adams, time for a touch, and haven't been able to say that about Arsenal very much today. So well have Coventry City applied themselves. The tee. Ljungberg.
Unlucky
against Palmer.
He's unlucky. He got his body in between Ljungberg and the ball as he controlled it. And maybe just nudged him out the way prior to winning the ball.
Will Petit have a shot from here?
Well, if ever they wanted the Frenchman to have his shooting boots on, it would be here. This is ideal for him. Just right of centre.
Second for Arsenal. Still more than 10 minutes to go. It'll be a challenge to Coventry City's nerves. Petit. Oh, and Headman got enough of it to keep it out.
Well, that's his side. I would expect him to save this. The only way he makes a mess of it is if he gets tempted behind the wall. He does slightly. You see the goalkeeper go to his left. Sees it late.
Henry with the corner. And Martin Keown got to it. It dropped very comfortably for Magnus Hedman. Man of the match, 09, 009, 11, 22, 33. As ever, your call. There was a time when Andy used to pick it, and Carlton Palmer got a few bottles of champagne in those days. And old Whelan. With the tracksuit off and in this weather, that must mean he's going to come on, although he's not getting anywhere near the touchline at the moment. Palmer, Froggatt. Well, whatever the reasons, Andy, Arsene Wenger's got some thinking to do about why Arsenal are conceding so many goals this season. Of course, there will be some who will say, well, the back line can't go on forever, but defending is a collective responsibility.
That shall be keen, Martin.
Robbie Keane leaves to a tremendous reception. Having scored the goal that has given Coventry a more than fighting chance of recording a famous Boxing Day beating of Arsenal. Oh, Whelan, who can't have been doing too well to have been left out. Gordon Strachan really thinks the world of him. Telfer. Cheapo. Coventry's next match on Wednesday at Middlesbrough. Arsenal play on Tuesday, less than 48 hours' time, against the league leaders, Leeds United.
Well, that's a massive game now, Mark. There's going to be some finish to this match for them to get anything at all from it. Take nothing away from Coventry. This has been a fantastic performance from them. Absolutely top class.
Taken by McAllister, and Lee Dixon stopping it, reaching Carlton Palmer. Telfer. Cheapo. Overmars making good ground. Schuker. Spotted runners on the far side, but Paul Williams has spotted them as well, and the ball. Arsenal have to settle for a corner. 7 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Arsenal miles ahead on corners. Wishing they would have taken them better, but here's the latest one, and Martin Keown's got free, and it's over the top from Adams.
Well, they finally worked one. They finally worked the opportunity. It's a good knock back from Keown. He ain't looking to score, but just help it back in. Look at the red shirts in the 6-yard box. And one of the better headers, it drops to him. That's unlike Tony Adams. Not an easy header, he just has to step back into it. You still expect him to hit the target.
Over 15 months since he last scored a Premiership goal. Arsenal needed a contribution from the captain just then. Dixon making a bit of ground by the throw-ins. It leads to a position where he can throw it to where McAllister can only touch it behind for a corner. So Adams and Keown are there again. Only by the near post. Schuker right by the goalkeeper. That's a terrific defensive header by Breen. Dixon, Kanu, Adams, Coventry hook it away, maybe more than that. They're charging out, Hadji on the ball. Ortiz lost it to Palmer. And Coventry had to just put the brakes on momentarily. Free to flow forward again with a Noel Whelan run. Which really would have put the seal on it for Gordon Strachan's side.
Well, this is a wonderful run, fresh, keen to impress his boss after being left out. Brilliant run, did everything absolutely first class until the finish. Just drags it a little across goal. Didn't quite hit it as cleanly as he would have liked. Lovely run.
Hadji. Petit. 4 minutes plus stoppage time. No flag. Davor Schuker. Henry in the centre. Schuker might do it himself. Oh, wonderful work. Brilliant goal from the Croatian to keep Arsenal's hopes up. 3-2.
Well, people wonder why this man scores so many goals. He seems to be out of the game. He's bordering offside, Martin. That's very, very tight. He might even have been off. But after that, it's just football to admire. That's a brilliant goal. I've said that once or twice today, and the goals have been exceptional.
Well, the match has been exceptional, and it's not over yet. 3 minutes plus stoppage time. Schuker shows that he can score as a substitute in the English game. Arsenal now have to throw caution to the wind. Ljungberg over Mars, and Schuker was the extra man Overmars. Winterburn. Schuker. Oh, how often down the years have the holiday games provided entertainment such as this. Winterburn. By Breen defensively. Cheapo still in Coventry territory. Adams makes sure it's towards their penalty area. Once more, Breen is in the right place. McAllister can only just get a touch. Back by Keown this time. I've said a couple of times that attack might be the best form of defence for Coventry today. And David Seaman stops Hadji, widening the margin. Back Coventry's work.
Yeah, and if he only just looks to his right, Martin, he's got Roussel. He tries the bender again. But Roussel is in absolutely acres. He wants to just play him in. With the communication problem.
Stoppage time to go. Coventry happy with the ball in this part of the pitch.
Well, I said he wouldn't make the end of the game in the stand. He hasn't. The wee man. It's taken a long time, but the senses there might be one or two anxious moments.
Palmer. No thought of keep ball. He was trying an ambitious pass. Overmars. Suspicion about handball. Nothing given. McAllister. Cheapo. That's safer. More sensible for Coventry. Ljungberg. Cross comes Palmer. Free kick to Arsenal. Coventry have been in front for so much of this match. But will they cross the finishing line? Still in the lead. Evans wants it up there quickly now. He's got to reposition. It's Dixon! And Gary Breen is there to help out his goalkeeper.
Well, it's the only Coventry player who reacted. 3 Arsenal players follow this in. 1 Coventry defender. But what an important decision that is from Gary Breen. That's a tap in from Canu if he doesn't follow it there.
90 minutes up. Arsenal 3-2 down. Overmars. This is Henry. And it's McAllister who comes away with it. And gets it back from Hadji when he didn't really want it there. Arsenal's throw.
Well, I think that ball, Gary shouldn't really have played it. He's experienced enough to know he should have just been knocking that into the corner and letting people chase it.
Overmars not allowed to settle. Well done for Coventry, Noel Whelan. 2 extra minutes. And we're virtually through one of those. Whelan. Dixon.
Well, they've got a forward line of 7 now, Arsenal.
Breen. Henry. Flag's
Offside.
up. Flag has gone up. Arsenal were following it in too eagerly.
Well, they might well have been offside the first for the goal. Not so sure they are there. In fact, they're not.
Coventry are bringing on Thomas Gustafsson to make his first appearance for them in stoppage time. He's a Swedish right back, very much a protege of Roland Nilsson, who played here so distinguished fashion for so long. He's also played against Arsenal before in the Champions League this season. Keown. Ljungberg has to get it back to the goalkeeper, and it's spat up for David Seaman.
I'd just leave that. I have to take the corner myself, Martin. I have to say.
Hadji. Gustafsson was in there. Now he's trying to roll back, but Coventry have won it. Big post-Christmas celebrations for Gordon Strachan's side. A barren Boxing Day for Arsenal. Coventry's first win over the Gunners for over 6 years. And what a dramatic victory. Carlton Palmer was tremendous in it. Robbie Keane, in fact, settled it with the most audacious of flicks. Arsenal scored twice in the second half after Hadji had scored the second of the first half for Coventry. McAllister's deflected shot off Keown had given the home side the lead. Arsenal's 5th defeat of the season, and they continue to concede goals in a manner that they haven't done for the last couple of years. But a marvellous match. I said they were last on the stage after the other clubs had been playing earlier today. They have certainly topped the bill in terms of Boxing Day surprises. Coventry City. Well, if there was a bit of luck in the first one, they certainly were worthy of leading 2-0. A wonderful curler from Hadji. Gordon Strachan would have expected Arsenal to come on strong in the second half. Freddie Ljungberg kept on going to pull it back to 2-1. And then Robbie Keane getting the angles absolutely perfect with that flick. The somersault. Top-class entertainment at Highfield Road. Coventry.